Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. On this channel, let's just say I do everything that has anything to do with coffee. Everything. And everything has anything to do with alcohol. That channel's perfect. And I've been doing a series, a 50-state coffee series, where I'm reviewing one coffee roaster from every state in the union. That's 50 coffees, 50 weeks. It's going to take almost a year, and it took me a year to put it together. How did I choose these coffees? It was hard. I had to research all the coffees, and I tried to pick the ones with the highest ratings and the most interesting story and the best. Some of them I ordered some coffee pre-hand and picked out the ones that I thought were the best. So far, I've hit a home run. These all have been fantastic. All right, Lighthouse Roasters. We're doing Washington State. They're in Seattle. Now, you know there's a lot of coffee houses in Seattle. And I ended up with this one, and it was a good choice. What we're going to do here on this particular one is the natural processed Ethiopian. Ethiopian is the birthplace of coffee, by the way. Birthplace of coffee. What does natural mean? A lot of times natural means, so coffee comes in a, think of it as like a peach. And what you're looking for is the pit that's in the middle. And regular washed coffee, they take the peach away, they take that pit, they ferment it a little bit, they dry it, they roast it, and grind it eventually and brew it into coffee 1,000 ways. But in this method, they dry it. They don't take it out of the peach first. They dry the peach and everything in there. It's a harder process. It takes longer, but you get a much more complex and fruitier cup of coffee. And that's what they did with this one. Let's talk about this place. And that's what I'm drinking right now, by the way. If you look behind me on the shelf, right behind here, see, you'll see the other three I have. Now, when I get 4 of something, you know I must like it. Yeah. So you try one and you get 3 more. Oh, yeah. All right, they started in 1993. Their building's over 100 years old, so it's a really cool place to go get some coffee, right? It's an artisan shop. What does that mean? Well, that means they experiment. When you can experiment, you can do a lot of cool things. Okay, those artists experiment. They get a lot of different blends for you, a lot of different roasting methods and techniques, and it shows in their coffee. And I really notice it, and I appreciate. They have 16 types of coffee. Okay, I have 4 of them. I'm gonna get all 16. They have 16. I'll drink it. I love it. I like that they have a Washington Wild blend. What that is, it supports a Washington Wild. It's a conservation type outfit that helps conserve the forests and the water lands, the lakes, the streams, and all the wildlife that goes with it. Keeping Washington a beautiful state, and it is a beautiful state. Half of it's covered in wood, and most of the lumber and plywood in the country comes from there. Beautiful country, and they're just trying to preserve it. And they will give $2 for every pound of coffee they sell of that brand, and that brand is damn good too. I'm gonna have to try it. I read what they were saying about it, and everything else they said about it matched pretty much, so I know that's going to be a good blend. Matter of fact, that blend is 33% Guatemalan, 33% Colombian, 34% natural processed Ethiopian. That's how I know it's going to be good. Oh, man, that stuff's good. So I got an espresso blend back there. It's a heavy body. It's medium dark. It's got a port wine, kind of a stewed fruit type taste to it. Molasses. It's French Sumatra. That one's a medium roast. It's got a fruity blueberry, blackberry type taste to it. It's kind of like, tastes like sweet aromatic tobacco smells. Welcome. Notes down. There's a little spicy, a little cinnamon in there. It's very good. It's really, really good. We'll talk about this one here in a minute. And the Sumatra medium roast is sweet, and again, it's got fruit. kind of a peachy apricot type fruit, a little earthiness in it. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. So this one. And by the way, here's the beans to this one. This is a medium roast. And as always, when you order it, they roast it, send it to you. There's nothing, I don't know, there's nothing that smells better than this. Oh, God, that smells good. It just smells really, really. How does milk chocolate sound? Like milk chocolate? They do a lot of chocolatey stuff, by the way. They got that down. Now, when you do this type of method, it is more fruity, and you definitely can pick it out of here. If you like fruit, if you like a little fruity taste in your coffee, natural, along with that chocolate. How good is chocolate and blueberry or blackberry or strawberry, covered with milk chocolate? I'll answer for you. It's damn good, and that's what I'm getting out of this coffee. Not real acidic, just enough to make your mouth water once more, but not overdone by any means. Nor is it extra bitter. Again, just enough to let you know you're drinking coffee and to balance everything out. This place is fantastic. And they'll put a lot of heavy cream in there because that's what I always do. I'll tell you what, you see the cup I brought. I did a big one for this. I didn't use my usual cup. This stuff's good. So they do a house blend. Now, those of you that are my whiskey people, and if you're coffee, probably both, a lot of you. A house blend is like most whiskeys are, blended. It takes a lot of skill to get that profile you want. The blend, like I told you what the blend was for the Wilderness one. And they blend them, sometimes different roast levels, sometimes from different parts of the world. And they get a profile they're looking for, the perfect taste for them. And that's what they send to you. And yes, it's the best they can do because they're not going to send. They want you to love it and come back. So the blends are very important. However, much like a single barrel, where people get single barrel whiskey, instead of blending, comes from one barrel and you celebrate the uniqueness of that barrel. They have single origin. And you celebrate the uniqueness of that. You don't blend them. You take that one origin. Like this is Ethiopia. And then all the nuances, and different things from the terroir, you celebrate that from each region. They have that too. They have the same. It's a good way to really develop your palate and find out what region you want to get coffee from. They have descriptions. I'm giving you a description. They have subscriptions. The subscriptions are cool because you can get different months. You could send them as gifts to somebody. If you're going on vacation, you can stop it real quick and just pause it. There's no contract, so whenever you want to stop it, you can. But if you're going away for a while, you can pause it. If you're getting too much coffee, you can pause it till you use some of it up, and then you can change the amount you're getting. If you're not getting enough, you can add to it. Just go online, do all the stuff. It's done instantly. What else can you do? You could change your grind. If you want to start using a different kind of way you're making coffee, you just tell them from fine to coarse. They have a chart, tell you everything you need to know about all that. You could skip an order. And they start not too expensive, like $20 for these subscriptions, I want you to check out their subscriptions because their subscriptions are pretty cool and their coffee's great. So let's talk about, Lighthouse Roasters, man, hit it out of the park. You hit it out of the damn park. You see behind me, I got the 34. Good. Hey. What is the capital? Well, first of all, Washington became a state November 11th, 1889. It was the 42nd state. You ever been there? It's beautiful. It is a beautiful place. Population's about 8 million, just under. Major export is fixed wing aircraft. They have Boeing there. So they also have Microsoft was invented there, and they have so many trees. Half the state's covered in forest. They are a big exporter of all kinds of lumber. Olympia Mountains, San Juan Island, Mount Rainier, which is one of the biggest, I believe it's the highest peak in the country, the lower 48 states. Let me see. Oh, sport. You like sports? MLB, they have this baseball. right? Major League Baseball, Seattle Mariners. You like football? Seattle Seahawks. You like rugby? They have Major League Rugby. I think it's the Seattle Seawolves. And they also have soccer, professional soccer. Seattle Founders. So they got it going on with the sports. You got it going on with the sport. I'm going to give you that. I'll give you that. They grow the most apples in the country. Seattle. And something that also ties in with this channel, they are the second wine producing state in the country. What about that? Yeah. So, a lot of good things going on there. If you like coffee, if you like wine, if you like apples, if you like beauty, if you like nice people, I'm going to have a link to this place in the description. I suggest that you, if you like somebody, you get them a subscription. And if you like yourself, order some of this. Order this one. This one's really cool. Or if you want to help the nature, then the Wilderness Blend. Go on their website. Check them out. I hope you're loving the series. I'll have a link to the playlist in the first comment to the whole series. And can't wait to do your state. I can't wait to hear your comments.